Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you happen to be watching or listening to this, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, just a simple one today, but an tremendously profound one, and one that I personally need to keep reminding myself over and over and over. And so I thought I would share it with you today. And it's simply this: one thing at a time. One thing at a time. I'm just going to say one more time because it's so important. One thing at a time. But we don't listen to ourselves, right? I don't listen to myself, and I'm sure you are in the same boat too. The reality is, when we have a problem, when we're dealing with digestive issues or autoimmunity, we read a book or a blog or look at a protocol or a program, we often see the many, many steps that are going to be necessary to get us from where we are right now to where we would like to be, our goal. There are many steps in between, and so we want to race off and start doing 10 different things all at once. It's new, it's exciting, it's interesting, it sounds like it's going to be fun, hopefully, right? So we want to dive in and get going. Give me everything. Let's get going. Well, what happens almost inevitably? It can be fun in the beginning. We have a lot of motivation, our energy is high, but we poop out, right? We don't continue moving forward. The motivation wanes. And most likely the results that we were looking for, all the way at the top, we don't get that, right? Maybe we see some small results, or maybe even in the beginning we don't see any results at all. And so the motivation, the enthusiasm, the energy, the interest, all of those things drop off, and the whole thing falls apart, right? It's the story of the rabbit and the tortoise, or the tortoise and the hare, however you'd like to say it, right? The idea that they're racing, and it's ludicrous, right? The rabbit is fast, the turtle is slow. There is no way the turtle is going to win. But what happens? The turtle is consistent. The turtle puts one foot in front of the next, where the rabbit or the hare is inconsistent, moves really fast, but doesn't keep going. And what happens in the end? The turtle wins. Well, the same principle applies to us. We see where we are now and where we want to get to, and it's true. Often there are a lot of steps and a lot of pieces, a lot of changes that are going to need to be made if we're going to reach our goal. And so we want to make all of them. But instead, if we do one thing at a time, we focus on the first piece or the first step that's necessary to get there. No, it's not as sexy, fun, interesting, exciting, energetic, high motivation as diving straight in all the way. But if we focus on one manageable piece at a time, solidify that piece like the tortoise here, right? And then continue on one step, one step, one step, one step. We will find that we make massive progress over time towards reaching our goal, where when we try to dive in and do too much all at once, most of the time it results in failure, and we end up having to go back and start all over again. So one step at a time. We often see people who are working with other health practitioners, especially health practitioners who don't have regular and consistent visits with people. Often they'll load them up. People get 5, 10, 15, 20 different things to do over a period of 2, 3, 6 months. And it sounds great, but often just leads to overwhelm, frustration, and people come back and they've done little or they've done nothing at all. And it's not your fault. It's just not a good way to set it up. Instead, the focus needs to be on 1, maybe 2, 3 things to do. Focus on getting those done. Come back regularly to update and continue moving forward. Now, even with things like diet, a lot of us say, I'd like to improve my diet. So we think about, okay, well, I need to cut out this and change this and do that. Again, overwhelming. Instead, we want to say, okay, look, I want to make some changes to my diet. I know where I am now, and I know where I'd like to be. And yes, I'd like to just jump all the way up there. The reality is not going to happen, right? So what is one positive step we can move in the right direction? Now, that can be either adding something or it can be cutting something out. But pick a step there and start with it, and even consider making that step smaller. If you want to get more vegetables into your diet, this is a common thing that almost all of us could work on, improving the amount of vegetables in our diet. What is one simple, small step that you could take over the next week or the next month to add more vegetables into your diet? So here are a couple of quick and simple things. Can you batch cook or have a bunch of that vegetable once a week that you can then parcel out for the whole week? One common thing I do is make a cabbage slaw. There's millions of different recipes. Cabbage is great, very healthy. It lasts a long time. Like, you can keep it in your fridge for a good while without it wilting and going bad. And you can mix it up with all sorts of different things to make it tasty. Now, having said that, if you have some significant digestive issues going on, cabbage may not be the right choice for you. So, of course, find the thing that works best for you. But I know for me, if once a week I can make a big batch of cabbage slaw, I can stick it in my fridge, and then it's very easy when it comes to meals to just portion out a piece of that with my meals, and boom, I've got more veggies in my diet. A simple and easy step that I take to get more veggies into my diet. So what is a simple and easy step? One thing that you can focus on. Pick one area that you'd like to improve, whether it's diet or whether it's anything else, and what is one simple thing that you can focus on? You can take that one step until you've solidified it, you've begun seeing the results from it, and you feel that you have the capacity to move on and take the next step. This is the way that we get long-term improvements, because we're not just after feeling better today. Yes, that's important, but we want to feel better. We want to thrive for the rest of our lives. And one of the ways that we do it is by focusing on one thing at a time. So let's all be turtles together. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Listen, if you're interested in having someone to help guide and coach you along through this process, if you're dealing with digestive issues and autoimmunity, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're friendly and coachable, and now is the time to invest your time, your money, and your energy in getting better. You'd like a proven process to help improve your health? Well, let's talk. Let's see if we might be the right fit together. We are certainly not the right fit for everyone. In fact, we turn away about 25% of the people who apply to work with us because we are not confident that we're going to help that person to reach their goals. Our focus is on helping people go from sick to healthy to thriving. And if that's you, let's have a chat. What you need to do next is go to the website, aspirenaturalhealth.com. That's aspirenaturalhealth.com, A-S-P-I-R-E, aspirenaturalhealth.com. And when you're there, you'll find two buttons. One is says ask about price and availability. If you'd like to know more about how we work, whether we have any availability or we're on the wait list, and what the financial investment is to work with us, you just go ahead and click that button. If you've listened to all this and you know I am absolutely ready to move forward, I don't want to delay another day, then I urge you to click on the button that says apply for help. Apply for help. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Until next time, take care.